Hi, welcome to Daddy Curb's Garden. I want to show you this morning what has inspired me to try to propagate more fruit trees, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to experiment doing that. This one right here, this was just a container of sandy potting soil, and we pruned up this lemon tree, and my daughter said, "Hey Dad, let's try to just stick this in here and see if it grows." It did. I was amazed. There wasn't anything special. This is kind of a composty sandy mix, and we just kind of shoved it down in there. The top half of the stem died and rotted off, but down here at the bottom it started growing this leaf, this little branch. So this is working. I'm going to take you up in the orchard, and I'm going to show you part of the apple tree that I'm going to try to gather and how I'm going to propagate that. Okay, now we're in the orchard. We're at the base of one of my apple trees between two comfrey plants, but right here is a sucker coming off the rootstock of this tree. Now typically I would just cut this off and throw it away because it's from the rootstock and it will not have the desirable fruit of this tree. However, the rootstock is still an apple tree, it just will have a different fruit. So I can try to propagate this and plant it somewhere else on the property for wildlife. So I'm going to take my pruners and just snip it off. Now let's go back to the garden. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Alright, back in the garden, I have a 5-gallon bucket, one of my favorite tools. I have some lava sand, and I have potting soil mix. And I have 2 containers. These are just recycled from other plants that we've purchased. And this here, this was actually one piece that had branched off on that apple tree, but I'm going to cut it off so we have 2 parts. So, and I also have pieces of old towel. Okay, I'm going to take the lava sand because I want my mix for the cuttings to be pretty sandy. I've heard that for woody plants, a sandy mix is really good for root cuttings. Alright, so this, just so you know, this is an experiment. I'm not telling you how to do this. This is something that I'm trying and I'm sharing it with you. If it works, then it'll be how to do it. But right now, I'm just sharing it as an experiment. So I'm mixing the potting soil and the sand, pretty much equal parts. And the lava sand was purchased at a garden supply center. People put it in their gardens for the minerals. Okay, so now that I have my mix, I got my 2 containers. The reason I'm using old towels, I'm going to put those down in the bottom. Those are going to retain moisture and not let the water drain out so fast out of the bottom. It'll still drain, but not so fast. All right. Now I'm going to fill this up with my mix. Okay, so I'm going to prepare these. So now the holes on the bottom, that towel's going to keep all that stuff from coming out. I'm going to prepare these by finding out the depth here and pulling all the leaves off that's below that depth. Just kind of pinch them off. After I pinched all the leaves off, I'm going to take this here and shove it right down in the middle of this. Kind of pack that around there a little bit. Not too hard. Alright, let's do the other one. I'm going to find the depth. I'm going to pinch the leaves off below the soil line Shove it right down in the middle. Pack it in just a little bit. Okay, now this could be the magic ingredient, the secret magic ingredient that I'm sharing with only you, okay? This is pool water, not my pool, the duck pool. That's right, nice and thick with nutrients. And I'm just gonna soak this. I'm gonna let that soak in. And as that soaks in, I'm going to put some more soil sand mix in there. I want that water to soak all the way down the bottom. I want that towel on the bottom to get nice and wet. Alright, so there it is. There is my fruit tree cutting propagation experiment. I'm going to put these in the garden so I don't forget to water them. Put them right here next to my lemon tree where I water pretty much every day. And I'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for joining me in the Daddy Kurt's garden. I love sharing this stuff with you. If you like what I'm doing, you like the videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you want to keep up with my garden and my orchard and my chickens and everything else, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have questions or comments, if you know how to do this better, or you want to clarify a step or whatever, leave a comment below and I'll do what I can to help you. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.